Hello everybody and welcome to week 1 of the Nimbasa City League, the NCL. And this week I'm versing the Florida Feraligatrs coached by Eco. Um, I'm bringing a Steelium Z, Dragon Dance Zygarde, a Choice Specs Primarina I believe it was, a Rocky Helmet, Excadrill, Choice Scarf, Aerodactyl, a Assault Vest, Electros, and leftovers Cresselia. My team is below me. If you want to have a closer look at what I'm bringing, and I don't know, just if you think I should be bringing something else, to let me know, I guess. I felt like this team should be able to do all right against Eco's team in general. Like, I have some real threats. I mean, his team is pretty scary looking as well. He's bought the Alolan the Feraligator, the Megalopunny, the Cafagragus, the Lati, and the Ninetales. Definitely a scary looking team and does threaten me with a lot of things as well. Like, the Alolan is like good against my Primarina. It's decent against my Cresselia. It's not terrible against my Electros, stuff like that. Feraligatr could be real scary if it starts setting up. Megalopunny is going to be annoying to deal with for sure, just like Fake Out and stuff like that. Cafagragus is going to be hard to break through. I don't have anything that can really hit it that well. So we'll just have to try and wear it down. Lati, probably Scarfed or something like that. Just in case my Zygarde gets set up or anything like that, I have to be wary of that. And then Ninetales, set up Hail, could set up Aurora Veil. Outspeeds a lot of my things as well, and can have things like Freeze Dry that'll be good against Primarina too. But yeah, I guess we'll just get into the replay and see how I go. And he starts with the Megalopunny. I start with my Excadrill. I was going to try and get my Stealth Rocks up, I think, but I can't stand there. Fake Out into High Jump Kick, or even just a straight High Jump Kick would have knocked me out. And I realized, like, I probably should have put the Rocky Helmet on Cresselia rather than on the Excadrill, because, like, Cresselia can actually take hits from this Megalopunny, whereas Excadrill cannot. So, yeah, I don't know why I really put the Rocky Helmet on the Excadrill in prep, but I mean, I figured like Excadrill could take Fake Outs well, so it could be a Fake Out switch in. But like, if the Lopunny went for any other move, Excadrill would be in a lot of trouble. So yeah. Whereas like Rocky Helmet on Cresselia could have been better because it can take a lot more moves from the Lopunny. I'm just going to try and Toxic on something, but he switches in the Alolan which is a good play. Like, I mean, Cresselia can't touch it, so it's not a bad idea to bring it in there. And I bring my Zygarde in that because it's the only thing that really wants to take a knockoff from the Alolan but I get poisoned straight up, which is quite annoying. And then as I set up a Dragon Dance, he Ice Punches, which is going to bring me down enough so that the poison will kill me. And after that Dragon Dance, if he didn't poison me on the first knockoff, like, I still would have had like 15% health or something after that Ice Punch, which is kind of frustrating because, I mean, I'm pretty sure his Ninetales was scarfed or something like that, so it probably would have still outsped me and killed me. And then like he has things like Fake Out and that kind of stuff from the low punnies, so he definitely still had ways to kill my Zygarde at that point, but at least getting rid of this Alolan Muck would have been good for me in the future. So it's quite unfortunate. I bring in my Excadrill here, expecting him to switch out on that. I get my rocks up. But I can't really touch the Feraligatrs at that point either, and I don't really want to get burnt on my Excadrill, so I switch in Primarina, who can take the burn easily enough, and it allows me just to get a Moonblast off on something, and yeah, after that, this thing is obviously Assault Vested, I believe it was, at that roll choice specs, doing 34%. And yeah, I mean, I could have taken that knockoff on the Primarina and dealt a chunk of damage back, but that's alright. And Mold Breaker Earthquake is an easy play there because there's nothing that can switch in on that. He's just going to Hex my Primarina down, which is a bit annoying, but that's right. Like, Primarina's burnt at this point. We're just going to be able to get rid of the Alolan Muck here. It's a bit annoying that that thing was still around to knock off my Rocky Helmet on Excadrill and stuff like that, but can you do really? And Primarina's just going to get knocked out by the return from Mega Lopunny. I kept Primarina in there as a sack just because I didn't really want to switch anything else in at that point and take damage on it. Electros comes in as Feraligatrs gets switched in on the superpower, which is a bit unfortunate because that would have been nice to get rid of the Mega Lopunny, but Volt Switch does a chunk of damage, and that's good. That means it's obviously not like super specially defensive, but Cresselia comes in and he gets all that health back from a Pain Split, unfortunately. I mean, I guess I could have expected that, but like, and gone for like a Flamethrower or something like that on my Electros, but that's unfortunate. And I just get my Toxic up as he gets a Toxic up on me as well, but I mean, that's alright, really. Like, not much I can do about that. As he brings in his Feraligator, as I'm gonna get some health back. As he Dragon Dances, I'm gonna get some damage off. Well, okay, I'm gonna get a Toxic off and put that thing on a timer at least, so it's not gonna be able to take out my whole team. As he crunches, does a chunk, but doesn't take me out, but the Toxic will, I believe. Yep. But that puts the Feraligator in range of my Electros Volt Switch, I believe. But Liquidation is just gonna knock me out straight away, and that's probably a bit of a misplay on my part. I should have. I mean, Thunderfang from the Aerodactyl did not take it out at that point. I needed to get one more Toxic turn off on that, so I don't know if there's really much else I could have done. Maybe sacking the Excadrill over the Electros at that point would have been better for me, because the Electros still had some coverage that could deal with everything that was left over. Whereas, yeah, Aerodactyl's going to come in and finish it off at that range, but then Ninetales comes in and I've got to switch out because I'm Choice Scarfed, obviously, and I'm not going to be able to take it out with a Thunderfang, as he just goes for Blizzard. Doesn't knock me out, but it is going to be faster than me naturally, even if it wasn't Choice Scarfed, which I found out after the game it was. But that allows me to bring my Aerodactyl back in, but all I can do is Iron Head. That'll take this out. And now I should be faster than everything he has, and like, I mean, Ironhead, I could potentially flinch things down, but yeah, I'm not going to be able to. And he's going to Will-O-Wisp me, which is going to half my damage from Ironheads in the first place. And then I'm just going to keep Ironheading whatever and do no damage, as he's just going to be able to Pain Split up, and I'm just eventually going to die to a combination of Burn, Pain Split, and Shadow Ball, I think he goes for, or Hex. Either one. Hex, yeah. There we go. So I go down 3-0. I definitely had some misplays. It was unfortunate that my Zygarde went down how it did. If I'd managed to take out the Mark at the start, Primarina probably could have put in more work. But that's alright. Cofagrigus definitely put in work for him, stalling out my team and getting burns up and stuff like that. I didn't even see what the Lardy's set was at all, so I don't know if I would have been able to beat that in the first place. And yeah, definitely had things that could have dealt with the Megalopunny at that point. But yeah, I guess Eco played really well. He had some good prep. Obviously, better prep than I did. I didn't feel like my prep was bad. I just don't feel like it was optimal, especially for what he brought against me. So it was a good game to Eco. He played really well. I did not play to my best ability, I don't feel like, but that's how it goes. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week for our match first Monster, I believe it is, and the Atlanta Staraptors. So, yeah, catch you then.